Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Haley for those of you who are new. And today's video is going to be basically about how I'm dealing with my loss of my mom. She passed away 4 years ago. I'm 20 now and I was 15 then. So yeah, let's just get into it. So, just want to point out a couple things. If you hear crunching in the back noise, it's my cat. Yes, I'm in my bathroom because it's the only good lighting and enough space for me to be able to move around and talk if I need to. Alright, so, and yes, I am sick. Just wanted to point that out. When I was 15, I lost my mom. She was 37 years old. Again, I was 15, and my sister, my mom's other daughter, was 11 years old. So basically, I'll just tell you the story how I found out and go from there. So it was June 26, 2015, and it was like late afternoon. We were living in our old place. I was living with my grandma. And I was just laying there in my bed, and the next thing I know, I hear a knock on the door, and it's the police and two other ladies. Is your grandma home? And my grandma was in the bathtub. I'm like, oh my gosh, Grandma, because back then I was getting into just a wee bit of trouble. Like I wasn't, doing good things. I was going to Hillcrest School here in Kenosha. Whatever. I'm like, yeah, she's here. So I was like, Grandma, I think DCFS and them are here. She's like, oh my God. So they were waiting for her, and then she left. And before she left, I said, so I've been trying to get a hold of Mom all morning. She's not answering her flipping phone calls. She's not answering my text messages. She's not answering any of my video chats. I said, I need you please to get a hold of her. I am begging you. I said, something is not right. Hey! Sorry about that. I said, something's not right. Please try getting a hold of her. I mean, you mean the world to her, so maybe she'll answer to you. Excuse me. So she left, and then she texted me saying that she had to go to Wendy's and make a few phone calls. So I was like, I'm hungry. Do you think you can bring me back something? I said, maybe a hamburger or something to drink. She's like, I'll see what I could do. At that time, she already knew what all happened. So then about 5 minutes after that, I get another knock on my door. And it was my two in-home therapists at the time. I'm not going to mention no names because that's classification. They sit me on my bed, and one sits next to me and grabs my hand, and the other kneels down. I didn't like none of these bitches, okay? I'm not gonna lie. I hated doing the in-home therapy bullshit. My grandma could tell you that straight up. So one kneels down, and she goes, you could take this however you need to take this. And before I go on, let me tell you, I just seen my mom the day before. Okay? The day before. So, I'm being told today, I seen her yesterday. You know what I mean? Okay. So she's like, Haley, you could take this as however you want, honey. She's like, but your mom passed away at 3:30 this morning. I'm like, you a lying ass bitch. Excuse my French. Well, you're a liar. That's not true. How could you make up a huge lie about that? Well, after that, my grandma, my Aunt Roberta, a family friend, and her roommate all came in and barged in. And my grandma, this is how I was processing it. My grandma's face was apple red, and that instantly, that's when I fell to the ground and I was crying. I was like, this is not happening. We just seen her. This is ridiculous. How? How could somebody pass away in that short of a window? I mean, come on now. It just doesn't make no sense. So we all leave because my sister is with her therapist. She wasn't home, and my uncle was literally on his way to work. My grandma already called his work and told them what happened. So she called him and told him to meet us at the job center because that's where Trinity was. Now Trinity's therapist already knew all what was about to be going down. So she got us all like in a little conference room. And it just felt like some huge nightmare, you know, like how you just don't want to believe something, so you blur it out, and you're just like, I'm just dreaming. Well, that's how I was. So we get there, and might I tell you this, Trinity was 11 years old. And everybody knows Trinity's got a mental illness that makes, she's very hard to understand some things, and some things she's perfectly smart at. I'm not calling her dumb. It's like with me, it takes a minute for me to realize something, or to understand it. So when we get there, Michael comes in, my uncle, her therapist, Trinity's therapist, my therapist, my grandma, and my aunt. I think my aunt and our family friend, I'm not too sure, I don't remember who's all there. And my therapist goes, Trinity, because it was also her therapist as well. Trinity, I just want to let you know, honey. She's like, this is going to be very hard to take in. And I'm not too sure if you're going to understand this. And Trinity's like, what? You know? So the therapist goes, well, your mom passed away last night. She's gone. She's like, what does that mean? She's like, who? Amy, Michael's sister? Because growing up, my grandma raised her from 2 weeks old to on. And she knew who our mom was. My mom just wasn't really ever around. And they go, yeah. And she just starts, like, she's so confused. Like, she doesn't know what's going on. She doesn't know how to process it. And I felt so flippin' bad. And then my uncle goes, what? Amy's dead? My sister? And that's when I'm like, oh, the waterworks start again, and my grandma's just doesn't know how to process all this all at once. You know, she just found out her daughter's gone, and, you know, she's already starting to make funeral arrangements. She's just bombarded with everything. So we go back home, and I'm just like, I cannot stay here. I just can't. So our family friend took me to go get my mom's belongings from the place that she was staying at, which was with some guy named Mike. And we get all her belongings, and I bring it back home, and I'm going through it all, and I'm like, oh my God, I must have seen her wear this about 5 times. I must have seen her, she's had this since she was 20-something odd years old. And I mean, she's got all of our letters that we drew her when she was locked up. I mean, it was all a huge poof, like a bomb went off, you know? Like, it happened that fast. So, I'm going to leave out the next part because, So, then anyways, the next day was, Punks on the Pier, I think it was. So I go across the street to Wendy's because we lived across the street by Lou Perini's on one side and Wendy's on the other, across the street from us. And we didn't have Wi-Fi at that time, so I went across the street. And next thing I know, ba-ding, 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 like flippin' many messages and phone calls from everybody because I refused to talk to anybody the day that I found out. I mean, I had my cousin Mariah call me. I had my godmom call me. I had so many people call me. It was ridiculous. And then I had people messaging me and wanting to come see me. and wanting to just talk, and I just was not doing it. And then I went to Punks on the Pier. This is when Franklin Festi was still alive. Rest in peace, Frank. And he announced that my mom passed away, and you know, that meant a lot to me, to have her recognized in such a huge community. And I felt her inside me, and she told me, Haley, go, because I was not going to go that day. But she told me, Haley, go for me, please, just go. So I did. I went, and I had so many people come up to me. I'm sorry if y'all said anything to me and I don't remember. It's been 4 years now. So many people came to her funeral. My Auntie Lori came from Tennessee. My Auntie Sorelda came from Tennessee with her dad. I mean, it was just so many people that I know who was there, but I don't at the same time, you know? I went up there to go and say something, and I was trying really hard. Really, 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 really hard. That's when everything went downhill for me. I ended up being put on supervision. I ended up being put on an ankle monitor. I ended up having a curfew to come home, otherwise my devices would be taken away, like my phone, my TV, all that. I mean, I was rarely ever home to even eat. And I felt like I took it all I feel like I took my mom's death out on my grandma and everybody else surrounding me. I was punishing everybody for not saving her. And no, I don't want nobody's pity. I don't want nobody telling me, oh, honey, it's going to be okay. When you lose a parent, if you've lost a parent, especially a mother, when a mother has a baby, they have a connection. Especially a mother and a daughter. It's like glue. You can't break it. I'm very, very grateful for my dad at that time. He bought my mom's outfit. He bought her jewelry. He made sure that I was okay. My whole side of that family made sure I was straight. I mean, like, I am so beyond grateful for them. More than words could ever explain. So I just want to take the time and thank you guys as well for always being there for me and my family. After we lost my mom and my dad were childhood friends. They'd known each other since they were 5 years old. For those of you, because I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, if anybody's going to share my videos or not, but I just want to show you a couple pictures of my mom. This is one. Jessica Amy Chapman, that's why I got this tattoo. It says Amy. Here's another one. Sorry, it's a little dusty. I need to glue this. Sorry about that glare. That's her. She'll forever be 37. If she was still alive, she would be turning 42 in February, on February 16th. Another thing that I would like to say is, don't ever, if you've lost somebody that you consider as your parent or close and near and dear to your heart, don't ever let somebody tell you it's going to be okay or things will get better. It's been 4 years. I'm 20 years old now. My grandma's 60 and my sister's 16. I have not even gotten over it yet. There's people out there who are close to my mom that are in their 40s or 50s or however old you are. If you have somebody that was very close to you, don't ever let somebody dictate how you feel, because it just made me worse. I let everybody else around me grieve. I let all my mom's friends come to me and tell me how much they miss her. Excuse me. Which is totally fine. I'm very grateful that you're keeping my mom alive in your heart. I had so many people put them first before me or my family. You know what I mean? It's just, okay, I understand how you feel, but you're not asking me how I feel, or how I'm doing, or what's going on in my mind. My grandma, it's been 4 years and she has not grieved. She might tell you she's just living with it, but she's not gotten over it yet. And you're never getting over it. We're never going to get over it. My grandma's 60 years old. She's lost her firstborn, her baby girl. Her entire world fell apart, but she picked herself up and put herself back together, because that's what she had to do for me and my sister, and for herself, and for all of you. Everybody that loved my mom, my grandma picked herself up and put everybody else around her first. It's been 4 years. I'm very grateful for my grandma, because I wouldn't know what I would do without her. How can you be strong forever? You gotta have a point in your life where you have to show a little bit of weakness. Do I hold grudges? No. Am I still upset that she's gone? Yeah, every day. There's not a day that goes by that I don't want to pick up my phone and call her and tell her how much I love her. There's not a day that I don't want to pick up the phone and tell her, Mom, Trinity got her nose pierced. Or, Mom, it's Trinity's Sweet 16. Or, Mom, Trinity's in high school now and she's going to be a senior next year. We're making it, Mom. We're doing great things because of you. I'm living because of me. And for my mom. And for my grandma, my sister, my uncle, and my aunt, and everybody else. I am grateful that I am here. Please, I am begging you, pick up your damn phone and call your loved ones. Ask them how they are. It's not that hard. Pick up your phone and tell them how much you love them. I lost 7 people in the year of 2015. I lost my Auntie Jennifer. I lost my Uncle Al. I lost my mom. I lost my Uncle Billy. I could go on, but I'm not going to, because it's making me upset and I'm trying to stay sane. I'm getting heated. Sorry. Pick up your phone and call your family before it's too late. Because we're not promised a tomorrow. We're just promised right now. Me, I'm always promised a right now. Right now. Right now. I'm not promised an hour from now. Or 2 hours from now. Or tomorrow. We're not. I'm not. I'm not perfect. You're not perfect. Pick up your phone and call your loved ones. Make them feel important. That's it. That's all you have to do. I love you, Mom, and I always will, and I'll always make sure that your memory's kept alive. Until I'm dead in the ground. That's my goal in life, is to make sure when I have kids, my kids know about their grandma. And their kids know about their great-grandma. And so on and so forth. My mom was not a bad person. She just had demons. So again, I just want to close this video out saying thank you to those who actually gave a crap about me and my family. And gave us the time and space to heal. Heal. Because I haven't. So thank you and much love.